Before we get too deep though into Warframe today, there is a video I want to watch with you guys, which I found to be very interesting, and I'm very late to the party on this because we've been up Warframe's ass now for like the past 3 weeks. But it's this video right here. Elon Musk is lying about being good at video games. So from Quin. This is really interesting because I think overnight Elon may have just lost like any gamers that backed this man. He may have just lost every game. So let's take a look at this.
I have a lifetime of playing video games. At one point I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
You're actually like a world-class, incredible video game player.
Yeah.
Paragon board and the build, you're also an innovator there.
Yeah, I played a lot of video games.
You think about like StarCraft, any game where a lot of people are playing. To rise to the top, you have to be exceptional, period, as a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah.
Are you in the top 20 in the world or the top 20 wow, in Diablo?
Yeah.
Shooting rockets into space, making e-vehicles, starting a new department of the government. I actually let myself think maybe he actually is an alien, because there's just no way, unless he's paying people to do it for him, which obviously he's not.
So let's start off with some context. Elon Musk's character is currently level 97, aka rank 12 on hardcore, that's permanent death mode, trade league. Let me try to give you a quick understanding as to how hard it is to get.
Let me just say this. We've done a hardcore. Now this is hardcore. I don't believe it's hardcore SSF. SSF means you cannot trade with anyone. It's just your own stash only. Let me just say this though. It's no joke, man. Doing hardcore and Path of Exile is no joke. It's got to be your life. But let me stop interrupting Quinn here.
To that level, 2 weeks into the league, when people are playing the game, literally they're staying up 40 to 50 hours without sleeping, only playing Path of Exile, and they are the most try-hard guys in the world. The highest ranked player on the hardcore trade league was level 93. Okay, and you're thinking about yourself, that's kind of close to 97. Every time you level it up, it becomes exponentially harder to gain experience.
Yes.
A lot harder and a lot harder. Okay, so these players...
It's just actually... I've been told that the exponential jump in leveling in Path of Exile, which we only made it to like level 90 something, 91 maybe, but I think it's even worse than RuneScape. So for RuneScape, level 1 to 92 was 50%, 92 to 99 was the other 50%. So the amount of time it took you to get from level 1 to 92, okay, would be the same amount of time from 92 to 99, right? Give or take a few, XP per hour jumps, considering you're doing harder content. But most of the time, that's not the case because you're still doing mid-level grinds to optimize for the most XP per hour. The point I'm trying to make, though, is Path of Exile, correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, 1 to 99 is 50%. Right? 99 to 100 is the other 50%. So it's even grindier than RuneScape, at least from a exponential factor, right?
Players to get to 97 have to be playing the game every day for the majority of their day. Currently, what is their highest ranked player? They're level 97, same as Elon Musk. So, I mean, he effectively has been playing, pretty much just doing nothing except playing Path of Exile. So let's just go over some of the things that happened. So right away, we see Elon zone into his hideout, which is the area you do in-game content from. And he opens up his bank, and he goes to a tab called Elon's Maps, which immediately is a little bit of a red flag because I don't know why you would refer to yourself in third person, but okay, he does that. Elon Musk didn't play Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2. Maps are actually called waystones. And he never actually refers to them as maps. He calls them...
Play another round here. This is a hard level. Waystone.
So it's just kind of weird that he's, again, called his tab Elon's Maps. So almost like someone who's a Path of Exile 1 veteran, is kind of making that tab.
Oh my God.
There's a tab there called Elon's Maps.
Hey, what he's saying is that there was someone else playing on Elon's account. They would specifically make a tab for Elon, like, here's your waystones. Don't click any of the other shit. You just worry about your waystone. You see where I'm coming from?
Grab your map out there. I've rolled them all for you. They're nice and easy. He then proceeds to walk up to his map device and go to put a map in. The literal first thing you learn upon getting to the end game is how to operate this map device. You're going to start off at a node, and then from that node, you can go to adjacent connected maps. Now, Elon, he's trying to click
Oh, he's trying to do the map that's not in the chain.
He's just clicking a map repeatedly, trying to access it. He was not eligible to enter that map.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Anyone who's level 97 is... And
I'm trying to like relate to Destiny players. It's like the equivalent of a Destiny player not knowing how to put down a rally flag. That's how simple that is. And look, here's the thing. Sometimes even I forget things if I take time away. Like if I've taken time away from a game, you know, a month or two, and then I come back, you know, maybe there's some systems that I'm a little rusty on. However, if you're level 97 in hardcore inside of Path of Exile, you have had nothing. You have literally done nothing but eat, shit, sleep, and play Path of Exile all at the same time. Because, and then, by the way, this makes no sense because like Elon's like posting pictures up of like, you know, hanging out with Trump, doing some other stuff, which is fine. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just saying, how the fuck you doing that and also getting to level 97 in hardcore?
And you know, we're talking...
Oh yeah, and very limited sleep too in this process.
One of the most efficient players in the game, period. There is no way you would do that. Why just like sitting there like some sort of geriatric old man clicking this node expecting something to happen, and then he finally...
What's the point of doing all this work to expose him for this when it's just pointless? Okay, let me just say this, and y'all don't take this the wrong way. There's a lot of things that the gaming community will forgive you for. We have many examples of this. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you've seen some of the things that have happened to, you know, whether it's been celebrities or big time streamers and whatever else. But if there is one thing that will bury you amongst gamers, it is cheating, okay? Especially for something like this. If Elon had come out and been like, yeah, I play casually and occasionally I got someone that grinded my account. Sure, whatever. Spend your money how you want. Who cares? I mean, I'm not necessarily for it, but whatever. However, if you're trying to be on like the hardcore list and then you're pompously running around saying you're top 5 in the world, or whatever it was, top 6, top 7 in the world, you didn't actually do it, brother. And you gotta understand, man, as soon as like when you see anyone streaming this type of content at this level, they're expecting like the most efficient, you know, one of the best players in the game, considering that you have not died. Understand, hardcore is you have not died, not even once, not in game, not through all the acts, not through corrupted. You have not died.
He kind of gives up after a while and then realizes his mistake. We then get a look at his inventory. So Elon Musk is stuck going into the map and with full bags. If you're an efficient player, you're going to clear a map, you're going to loot the valuable items, you're going to go in and you're going to take those items and you're going to basically look through the good ones, keep the good ones, list them up for sale, and then truck away the trash ones.
This is the point of view of Ben, by the way.
It's almost like he has no understanding as to like what items are or what you're even supposed to do with them. So now Elon zones into the map.
So what I'm doing here is just boosting my shield before battle via meditation. Meditation before battle is always good.
And he starts killing monsters. He starts obliterating monsters with his character. But what becomes obviously apparent...
Chaos Orb, no loot filter.
Is like, no, he's just running past Chaos Orbs. He just ran past the Chaos Orb.
Chaos Orbs are one of the most important currencies, and they're also really rare. I have about 140 Exalts. I have like 9 Chaos Orbs, just so you guys understand.
So in Path of Exile, the devs are these evil guys, and they talk about feeling the weight, and they effectively just drop tons and tons of items, and you have to know what to pick up. So what GGG have done, the people who make the game, they've made this.
This is an amazing loot filter, by the way. I just want you to know, if you are a dedicated Path of Exile player, you need this loot filter in your life.
System called loot filters, which gets rid of 90 to 95, even in some cases, like we're talking 98% of all loot that drops, because otherwise your screen is just cluttered, and you won't even notice when you get a good drop. It's unfathomable for someone to be in the top ranks without loot filter. Yet Elon Musk, the god gamer, he doesn't play with a loot filter. The only thing Elon does pick up are maps, because the default in-game loot filter highlights those. Those things are worthless. The actual items of value that he should be picking up, that he would have had to pick up in order to get the gear, leave it on the ground. Anyone who's been playing the game and is a complete expert, we're talking he's cleared thousands of maps. He's been playing that character for hundreds of hours. He's going to be
So correct me if I'm wrong on this, guys. So for instance, if he had someone that was playing on his account, but they themselves have the loot filter downloaded, it would not apply for Elon because he has not downloaded, even though the setting would show a loot filter being active, because he did not locally download the file, the loot filter, then it would not work for him. Yeah, that's kind of a dead giveaway, man. Yeah, I mean, whoever was grinding his account without a could you play Path of Exile without a loot filter? I guess you could, but why? You know what I mean? I don't know a single person in-game Path of Exile on PC who has not downloaded the loot filter.
Pretty damn good at playing the character. He gets to the boss, he's fighting the boss, and I want to say for about 10 seconds he sits there and he's out of mana. Mana is a resource in this game where you need it in order to use your abilities. He just sits there, default attacking the boss without activating his mana flask. Anyone who's played the game and understands the character would understand, like, oh, I'm not doing any damage because I'm out of mana. Elon Musk takes 10 seconds. He then goes on to loot items off the ground. He starts dragging them into his bag. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you how painful that is to anyone who actually plays the game. And his bags are full and he just keeps clicking it over and over and over again. Nobody, not even people who are kind of noobs at the game, do this. I don't even think Elon Musk has done the campaign, honestly, like just based on what I'm seeing in terms of the gameplay. His settings on the map transparency are turned on by default. His life values are turned on. All these basic settings that anyone in the top 100 would do, he is not doing. Maps can effectively have different content on them, and that content will be signified by icons on the map. So it could be a map which has an expedition in it, a breach in it, or it could be corrupted. Elon starts looking through the atlas and he finds a map with, I kid you not, 4 things on it.
There are 4 things there. So this one has a real risk of dying.
Oh my god.
4 things. What are those things?
God, dude. 4 things. It's 4 things, dude.
This one has
You
a
are
real risk of
not
dying.
this far in the game and calling it 4 things. Stop, bro. Dude, stop. Oh my god, I literally can't. He then goes on to say, oh, kid you.
This is max difficulty on hardcore. If there's a way to get higher difficulty, I don't know what it is, but there's
Can I just say, Elon has a ton of money, but that mic sounds like absolute shit, dude. Every time I've ever heard or seen an Elon Musk stream do like the echo and like, I mean, I'm not saying you got to have like the best setup ever, but good God, it's some straight up like early 2000s fucking the mic that you would have hooked up to your controller.
everything maxed out.
Path of Exile has boss fights and end-game bosses, which are quote-unquote difficult battles, which Elon actually did do in one of his streams where he just went into the end-game boss and died repeatedly to it. Maps are just farming. You go into maps and you farm them for loot and experience. They're not the most difficult battles, and I don't know if he's trying to deceive people watching a stream into thinking that he's doing some insanely hard thing whenever he's literally doing something you do to effectively.
Does dying to the Arbiter not count toward losing hardcore? Oh, he went in there with his other character. Okay. I'm about to say, man.
Grind or farm it. And if you thought this was bad, I did not even get to the worst part. In Path of Exile, gear has requirements to equip it, but that has nothing to do necessarily with how good it is. For example, one of the most powerful and best items in the game is a level 1 required to equip staff, which is maybe, I think, even the most meta build in the game right now. It's super broken, insane damage. And Elon Musk starts going over his gear.
This is a great staff, but it's only a level, 62 staff.
His weapon is, I kid you not, one of the best, if not the best staffs on the entire hardcore trade league. You cannot even buy it. Insane weapon.
These affixes are, I'd hate to say perfect, but they might be perfect.
Just the PvPS criteria on trade, we can see there's literally one
Oh
staff in
my
existence
god.
on the entire
And it's 20 divine.
market. Not only does Elon have a staff that you can't even buy, but it's so good that the second best one, which is missing 2 of what makes a staff so powerful for an invoker, which is the crit and crit bonus, is still 20 divines, and that's obviously very expensive.
Here I am, like, level 95. but my staff is only level 62. My helmet is level 56.
Int, lightning, and chaos resist. Okay. It's only 56.
Amulet level 61. Ring is only level 48, 49. At least a level 75 jacket.
It's a
So yeah, again, the value is not necessarily in the level. It's the affixes that are attached to the items.
jacket with 6 things. Yeah, tell us how bad the item that only drops from the highest difficulty of the hardest boss. Just tell us that it's only level 52. Did you find this at level 52? That's impressive.
Level 52 here.
They can only ever be level 52. Bro, Elon Musk is a fucking fraud, bro.
Pretty low level compared to my character level, but it seems to work pretty well. In softcore, you can get much better equipment.
In order for him to have insane gear, he has to understand how the economy works. He has to be basically trading.
Anyone who's played Path of Exile to the end game in a trade league knows that you have to trade in order to obtain what looks like some of the best gear pieces in the entire game. If we look at some of these player accounts, we can see what they have for trade. You know, 700 plus items for sale, multiple divine items. You can see hundreds of divines worth of listed items. This is also someone from the top 10, ranked number 4, Focus here, worth 50 divines alone. This is the number 1 guy. You can see he's hundreds of divines again.
Hot
worth
damn.
Items, multiple mirrors, all these players. If we go to Elon's account, he's got only 21 items for sale, and they're all absolute garbage. It's clear he's really not making much money, or any money at all. So something I did notice last week, I did the same search because I was curious what he might have been selling. And I grabbed the screenshot, which I shared to my Discord, and it's this really, really, really crappy crossbow for 18 divines. So why is it listed for 18 divines, and where did it go? Is it possible he vendored it? Yes. Why was it listed for 18 divines? I don't really know. I don't want to fuel any conspiracy theories, but I have been made aware that RMT, typically they use legitimate listings that are far overpriced, and that is how they mask the transaction as legitimate. So
Are you so for real trading? No shit. Because if you were to just outright trade the divines, does the developers have a way of tracking that? Will you ban that? You'll get banned for that? I mean, of course we're trading, but that will be bannable. However, if you put some crappy item on the trade forum and trade it, it makes it look more legit. It's hard to track this way. Gotcha. It's actually kind of smart.
If he were to buy 18 divines for, you know, $100 US or whatever, he could have done so through this listing.
And if you needed any more proof that Elon is 100% boosted, he was playing the game today inside of maps, blasting, while simultaneously on a X space talking to like some far right wing part of some German government. I don't know, some political bullshit. Okay, I guess he's just that much of a god gamer.
All right, listen. You know, some of you may sympathize with Elon. Maybe you're a big fan of Elon's, and you know, look, I'm not going to get into any of that. I will say this, that there are many things that gamers will forgive you for, as we've seen displayed over the years of bullshit happening with certain creators and streamers and other people in other spaces, right? However, cheating, especially for something like this, again, if Elon was like playing just softcore and he was just like hanging out and having a good time, and then something came out like, hey, yeah, somebody was playing on his account, leveling up his stuff. Like, all right, you know, I don't like it, but okay, fine. It's softcore. He's not trying to like get the high rankings. He's not trying, you know what I mean? But considering it's hardcore, and considering that is a big deal in the Path of Exile community, and it's incredibly difficult to even make it, dude, to even make it past the campaign, the acts, and corrupted, to even make it to in-game in hardcore, you got to know what the fuck you're doing, man. It's no joke, man. And this is just coming from someone who did only 2 hardcore SSF runs, and I was sweating the entire time. It is immensely stressful because one wrong move, one wrong move, one mechanic that you don't quite understand, one little mess up, boom, you're done. I will say it's interesting. You could be the richest guy in the world, but deep down, we all want to be the best gamer, right? You know what I'm saying? Even the richest billionaire in the world wants to be the best gamer. I really don't see an out for Elon. I honestly think there's only one way Elon could get out of this situation, is if he came forward, he streams with the webcam, and he looks into the camera and he says, yes, guys, I'm sorry. I did not, in fact, earn my way to the top of the rankings for hardcore Path of Exile. However, Optimus here did. And just show Optimus just fucking gaming, brother. Just have Optimus, literally, he's got the webcam. He's literally like showing this shit. And he's like, Optimus plays day and night for me. He's an incredible gamer and he has made it to the high rankings of hardcore Path of Exile. This is the future. And look, peak ad, right? That I'm telling you, that's the only way Elon can get out of this situation. And even then, it's still going to be questionable as f. But a lot of people be like, damn, what else can it do? You know what I mean?
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.